Yeah. It's your boy Murdoch back at you again for another college tailgate show. We got it loaded today. We're gonna give you what you want and what you need. And as always, rolling with me, Super Dave, the super dope producer, broadcasting live out of Arizona. And my road dog, no other than the famous, spectacular, special Big E. And we're gonna be coming to you live broadcast and give you all this loaded up sports stuff today. Say what's happening, people.
What's good? What's
What's
good, fellas?
happening? Do I
That's what it
smell a
is. What it
nail
is.
biter?
Yeah, man, we're gonna dive right into this thing, man. Bama, favored by
Woo-hoo!
20 and a half.
Bama.
Man, they
Woo!
was in a real true dog fight. Much to my disappointment though, it's already known I'm not a Bama fan, but I was rolling with them today, and they got rolled on, man. But
Oh,
Bryce
the
Young got to
man, they
give it to him
almost
though.
got rolled.
Yeah, it's not bad coaching, hurt people and everything, man. Quinn Evers went down the first half, down with a shoulder injury, and that Intercard came in, man, and he did what he could do on a hurt leg. But man, there's no other man. This game, man, belonged to Bryce Young. Man, I'm
Yeah,
telling
I
you, he
got to
showed up
give
when
it
he showed up.
to
Yeah, man, he showed up when he had to, made plays when he had to. Got to give it to him, man, because it was his show, man, but I just disappointed in Bama. I mean, I'm just disappointed in the standpoint that, like I said, I don't care for him, but I'm disappointed in the standpoint, man. No rushing game at all. Never seen Bama like this. The
at
last couple of years,
all.
rush
At
rushing attack was
all.
bad, man. Robinson, 57 yards. He had a touchdown on
That
21
new that new
21
offensive
carries. Yeah.
lineman, garbage. I'ma say it. I'ma say it. I'm just gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? It's garbage. Trash.
And Will Anderson, man, too, man, he struggled bad to be talking about he gonna go for the Heisman, man. He had a lot of penalties today. With a
Yeah, yeah,
late
like
hit,
yeah, frustration.
lined up outside about four times, man. Yeah, he didn't even show up today, man. They hold. I was I
Well,
mean,
now I give him. He
I
got
don't
that
care.
sack. He got that sack when they needed that
Yeah,
sack to get that stop.
Yeah,
I
but the
give
guy
him
couldn't
that.
move. But that was on Irvin too because you got to throw that ball down to that guy's foot. You got to get that because he had a tight end right there. He just
Yeah,
couldn't
he
move,
didn't
but he
throw
could
it
just
either.
throw
He
it.
didn't
Yeah,
throw it.
he didn't throw. Yeah, he didn't throw it, man. They got a much needed break, man. With that, man, when
Man,
they was loaded with penalties. This the most penalized Alabama team being and a Nick Saban team being
yep.
since he
They,
been
I
coaching,
think
man.
they said it was 13 at a time when it was 11, and they got like two or three more after that.
It was 11 in the first half. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. 11 in the first half. They was much needed, man. Man, that was. I mean, I never seen Bama like that. But man, back to Bryce Young though. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Bryce
He
did his
dug them
thing.
every
I
time,
ain't
man.
gonna lie,
Every single
he
time.
did that. He
Yeah, he
did
showed.
that. He came through. He slipped that corner blitz that came on him. Cause boy, he
Oh,
woo
he take that sack is over. He take that sack is over with. Not only you got to
woo
burn another
woo.
time out, but you're losing time too. And he went, but on Bryce Young numbers, 27, 39, 213. But it don't it showed like he should have had 500 yards the way the plays he made when he had to
Yeah,
make them. The
it threw
guy was
one
just he
touchdown.
was on yeah, but I'm saying, but he was unbelievable, man. Yeah, he was unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
he
an
did
801 yard.
that,
But
man. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
He did that. He stepped up. He scattered for like 19 for yards when that counter blitz missed him. And then I think
yeah, he went for
two plays before that, I think he seen the man, and he already knew he was gonna take off, but he just like walked in stride for real for what about 20 yards?
They think it was the 17, but it was just the point of him not taking that sack right there, and they would have had to use their timeout. That's push them back and field push them back some man. That play was huge. I mean, it probably ain't gonna be talked about enough, but that play probably saved their season because you lose to an
Eh,
unranked team second week.
what?
You
Over
talking
with.
about yeah, you talking about man over with. You talking about your
Over
back
with.
against the wall early, but man, yeah, but man,
Over
hats off
with.
to Bryce. Well, real
Yeah,
hats
Bryce
off to
Young.
Bryce
I got to
Young.
salute Bryce Young. He showed that he's a true Heisman winner, and he's probably gonna win this year because the boy stepped up in the clutch. And they always say now, big players step up in big games, and he stepped up and did his thing. But I got to say this: I got to go back to talking negative about this old sorry ass elephant. I'm sorry. How can you not get a half a yard, fourth and a half a yard? Oh my
That
goodness!
was bad. The ball came out, that. But like I'm saying, I never seen Bama like this. So and man, the cornerback, I can't call his name right now for Bama. He got beat up. He got beat like a rented mule in the championship game with Georgia, and the guy beat him today. Bad, was beating him all
Yeah,
day.
that
Man,
senior,
that
that
yeah,
senior for Texas. But I ain't
yeah. But
gonna
I'm
lie,
saying
that
that
senior
coach,
for Texas was bad. He
yeah, he
bad.
bad, but that boy, but if the quarterback, if Quinn wouldn't have went out, man, it could have been a whole different ball game because Carr had players wide open. He just after he hurt it, injured his leg, on a few plays at the beginning that he just ain't had no mobility. He couldn't get no pressure off his back foot to deliver the ball. He had guys open. He went 14. He went what 14, 22, 158 yards, but no touchdown, no interception. But he missed a lot of open players. But he just like I say he couldn't. It wasn't his fault. He hurt. He just couldn't get no pressure off of it. But man, you got to take your hats off. He did fight for it, but man, Bama defense didn't look good. The run game looked horrible. The
Oh, that run
offensive
game was
line,
horrible.
they were horrible, man. Like I said, but Robinson, 57 yard, one, you know what I'm saying, one touchdown on 21 carries. That ain't gonna get it. They was playing a true SEC team. They probably wouldn't have won, but nevertheless, I just ain't never seen them look this vulnerable. But again, I can't underestimate Bryce Young. I got to get a boy credit. That boy did it, and I like too when after the field goal kick. I'm gonna get back to the field goal thing again, cause down there when they got conservative when they kicked that field goal and went up 16-10. That was a Harvard coach because got very conservative down there. Even though your quarterback injured, but you in the red zone, man, inside the team. You can't be just lining up basically and run right into the teeth of Alabama defense to skill settle for a field goal. You gotta stay aggressive. Man, that dude, yeah, if he keep on going on that route, he's gonna win. Yeah, he's gonna win. He
He looked
played, man. Come on.
magnificent down there when
He,
he was running to the left and he squared them shoulders and hit that man in the end zone in the back. That was a good play. And then when you thought it was over, them boys came down. That man, we picked a 49 yard field goal.
yeah, it's about,
Auburn for Texas
oh,
kicked the
yeah,
49
yeah.
field goal and they left him. Or there was a minute and 16,
29 seconds.
7 to
See, I think it was 29 seconds, but I like the demeanor on the sideline he had. And then they also put the camera on his pop, mom, and dad, and his dad was just shaking his head like, "Oh yeah, that's too much time." You know what I'm saying? It was too much time. He went right up, and he went right on down there, put that work in. You know what I'm
He
saying? Like
put
he
that
did. Like
work
I said,
in on
man,
that
work
boy.
in.
He
He got
drove that ball. He
yeah.
drove that
If it
ball, man.
if
He
ever a
drove that
Heisman
ball.
moment, yeah, he did that.
He
But
did
like I said,
that.
the
And,
overall, Bama overall did not look good. Did not look worthy of being the number one team, and very
and they
well could have
will
had every
fall
opportunity.
Monday. Take Big E word for it. Monday, they will fall in the rankings.
Oh, they should fall. They didn't look like no number one team today, but Bryce Young definitely looked like the number one prospect for the Heisman Trophy. That's
Yeah,
and that's
he
for sure,
did
man. That
that.
dude, yeah, yeah.
But if you can drop Ohio State with a two top 10 teams, two top five teams, and you can drop the team that was favored to win that won, you got to drop the number one team for having a dismal viewing versus Texas team that's unranked.
Yeah, they look, like I said, everything looked bad about Bama all the way around. But like I said, it's like if you in a tight game like that, you bet you want to have the best player. And that was Bryce Young, and Bama
Yeah,
had him,
without
and that
Bryce
was the
Young, they
difference.
dead.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, they did,
I
they did.
told Dave when we were watching the game, I said if they survive this, it is all because of Bryce Young, and that's before he led the comeback at the end for the guy to kick the field goal to go ahead. I hate leaving it in the kicker hand.
Yeah. You can, yeah, you yeah. But in that case, Bama.
Yeah,
Then the
you
other thing
did
about
say
Bama,
that. You did say
yeah,
that, man. Also, man, Chopper Gut said, man, like you said, great teams find a way to win. And he said the stars were in the line for Texas. So yeah, Chopper Gut, you already know what it is, man. That's how That's how the cookie crumble, man. You know,
Yeah, it is.
the only time can decide.
Yeah, on time.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of
yeah.
football to be played, but yeah, Bama get a chance to work all those kinks out if it could be worked out because they got Louisiana Monroe on deck next, so that's the time to work on it. That'd be like a practice squad. You can work on those type of things, and hopefully to the Bama fans they can hopefully get their running game together. And another thing too. And speaking of now on the running game, this is the first time I done seen Bama in years not having a wide receiver with A1 speed to take the top off the defense. They boys was glued to Alabama jersey.
What
They
you
until
say?
Bryce Young started working in the middle of that field, and then that's what Texas was vulnerable at. But they do not have they don't have a Smith. They don't have a Jerry Judy. They don't have a Waddle. They don't have those super fast receivers that they had in the past to take the top off the defense. It's not no one all really got loose on the corner all game. They killed Texas for hitting that middle. They found the weak spot in
Yep.
that middle, and that's what they started working on, which is that the good coaching staff and the offensive coordinator found that you can work that middle. But for us taking the top off the defense, going down that sideline, the true wide receivers Bama had, they you know what I'm saying, the Julios and the Mark Coopers and all them, man, they didn't have they don't I don't see even
I'm,
the
I'm,
transfer
I'm
from
gonna tell you.
Georgia.
I'm gonna tell you what else takes the top off that defense. A good running game, which was absent today.
Yeah, a good running game gonna always open up the pass, but run to the pass on the play action. That's a bite. But usually Bama don't have to have that play action working. They just have people that just clean, just outrun your man. But they
Yeah,
don't. I don't see that they don't have that, and that's gonna be some very interesting going and deeper into the year. And on another note about Bryce Young, he also started this year something he didn't do last year, and it like sometimes in a couple of games he should have, but now he's starting to move his feet more. He's starting to run more when he under pressure instead of throwing the ball away or taking the sack. He's starting to get out of there. You
yeah.
know what I'm
That
saying?
helped them. That
It,
helped them.
that, that
That
helped.
helped them.
Yeah. Last
That
week he
helped
was
them.
running it. Last week he was running it too. You know what I'm saying? When he get under pressure, and did today that run coming out that pressure running it actually won the game for him.
Yeah, I
Hey,
always
well, what
said a
about
mobile quarterback is an X factor in any game.
right?
Absolutely.
Hey, what about Quinn Ewers before he got injured though?
Yeah,
Man,
that's why I
the
said
boy
he.
put
That was
up,
the yeah, man. That boy was.
yeah,
He was.
134 yards and just got a small amount of time, 9 for 12.
Man, oh, I told you I was gonna say when it was in the game, because like I said, I had Bama minus the 20, and when the starting quarterback went down, I thought Bama was gonna go head on and walk away with the boys, but the boys was there
Especially
to
when
fight. That
the other
defense,
quarterback limping.
yeah. He limping after they bruised him up, and then he looked at like he wasn't really prepared to go in. And Texas defense really, man, they got to give them a whole lot of props too, man.
Oh
They
yes,
kept them
yes,
boys in the game. They kept Texas
yes.
in
They
the
did.
game and kept their offense with the ball. So Texas defense came to play. That's a heartbreaker for them to lose that game because they left it on the field. They left it on the field, and then the defensive coordinator never started making adjustments after Bryce Young got hot and he started hitting that middle. They had no answer for that middle. They had everything covered on the outside and going deep over the top, but in the run game had that shit down. But when they found the seam in that defense, that middle, Bryce Young started eating it up, man. The Bama fans got to guess come in. I don't know who's Bama, but that's good, man. I mean, it all showed out today. They made Bryce Young made the plays for his team that he had to make to get him over the top, and that's
He
what they
did
did.
that.
They just didn't look good, but Bryce Young was the difference. Like I
Nah.
said, but if you're gonna go to war, you want to have the best player on the field on your team in a game like that, and you're gonna just make a better team. You know what I'm saying? More talent gonna always make a play, and that's how it is. That's how it is in sports, basketball, and everything. You got the better player. They gonna in this tight game. That's what the difference a 5-star player make. They make plays
Yeah,
when
he was
the other
very
plays can't.
poised.
Oh,
He was
absolutely. Yeah, he
very
was. Absolutely.
poised. He was reading the defense. That and he did his thing, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hats off to Bryce. He stepped up. He did his thing. He saved the game. And
Yeah.
hey, Heisman alert. Heisman alert. He's in the
Yeah.
running
But
once again.
yeah, Texas bust a lot of people bets. Alabama favored by 20, won by one, and killed a lot of people tickets in Vegas, including mine. Yeah, right. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, but so kudos to that man, and they got it. They got it done. They got it done when they need to get it done. And
Yeah.
so
Did be
yeah,
anybody checking this the scores on that Georgia, that San Jose State?
no, but we
Oh
got
yeah,
the
man,
the
we gonna
South
get to that.
Carolina.
We
Yeah, we're
gonna
gonna get to that on the back end of that. But we got to get to the other SEC teams and run it around. We got the
get,
SEC matchup in South Carolina and Arkansas. With Arkansas,
Oh
like I
man.
told y'all, I'm gonna have to brag a little bit about Arkansas. Like I told you, and Florida State. We're gonna get to Florida State a little later in the show. But I've been telling y'all, what I'm saying, for weeks about Arkansas, Florida State. I said I got faith, little faith in Mississippi State. But I keep telling y'all, Arkansas is team to keep your eye on. You better keep your eye on because that boy Jefferson, he liked that. He liked that. I'm telling you. And they covered the 8.5 by a good little bit, 44 to 30. And that boy transfer, Spencer Rattler, the
Yep.
transfer. Y'all might remember him out of Oklahoma. He transferred. He went 24, 39, 370 yards, a touchdown, and an interception for Carolina. But that boy Jefferson, man, I'm telling you, his numbers don't ain't one better than Rattler, but his plays in the game. But the running game was there for him today, though.
Yeah.
With Sanders
I
going
seen
156 yards, 2 touchdowns on 24 carries. See, that's go back with this thing. That's how I run Super Day. That's how I run game supposed to be when you got 20 some carries. That's what we're talking about with that Bama game. But Robinson, the running game was miserable. But I had 21 carries, 57 yards. But Sanders had 156 yards, 2 touchdowns on 24 carries.
yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But I
Yeah, see,
seen that
that's how.
last year that Arkansas was kind of rebuilding, and they was gonna probably be decent this year. They looking real good. They handle South Carolina in fashion.
Yeah, they handled what they put. You know what I'm saying? But they played good last year. They just had some little hiccups here and there. They couldn't close that game. They making, what I'm
Yep.
saying, little mental errors. But they is, I'm telling you, it's a team to keep an eye on. Tell you, Arkansas, team to keep an eye on. I've been saying it. Y'all better believe. In South Carolina, Spencer Rattler credit. He left Oklahoma, came to the SEC. I give him hats off for that. Because most people transfer, if they ain't already in the SEC, they don't come to the SEC. They avoid the SEC, especially if you're a quarterback. But I give his hats off. He transferred to the SEC, try to prove himself. He went 24, 39, 370 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. But like I said, Arkansas is a team to be Arkansas is a team to be reckoned with. He ran up against a steel wall today, but like I said, to his credit, he did his thing. But you got Jefferson on the other side, going to make plays. He didn't throw an interception. He had 1 touchdown, 17, 20, 156 yards. But Sanders, like I said, they control the ball, run the game. You got that run game going, like Big E just said about them. When you got that run game going, everything happens better. The
Yep.
pass will open up everything. You get the team vulnerable, and you got that run game going. You controlling the
Yep.
clock. You controlling the game.
Yep. Them linebackers got to step up, to reinforce the line, open it up, center of the field, and actually the back part of the field, because even those safeties gonna have to step up.
Exactly. But again, I've been saying I want y'all to keep that note that like I said, you can run it all back from the last 3 weeks. I've been saying Arkansas going to be the team to keep an eye on. Mississippi State, I like them. They got 17 returning starters, but I like Arkansas this year. I like them. I like them. I like them. The schedule's kind of tough, but like I said, I watched them last year, and I watched the spring game, and I like them. So that's keep it. We're gonna keep a serious eye on them, and they're gonna be something. They're gonna be something to deal with. So, and also was Wake Forest. This man, he like the Super Day. He like that ACC man. Notre Dame. We're gonna talk about North Carolina in a minute too. Later on, we're gonna talk about. But he want to think Wake Forest of that Wake Forest 23. They play Bandit. I guess because the ACC team beat the SEC team. I guess he want to talk
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
you
Yeah, he
know it.
want to sneak that. He want to sneak that
yeah.
in there and talk
Sneak that
about
in.
that.
You
Yeah, yeah,
know it.
yeah.
Hey, you know
Sneak
it,
that
man.
in
Hey,
there.
hey, Wake Forest came to the SEC and Vanderbilt, you know what I'm saying, on their turf, man, and whooped them boys 45-25. You know,
Everybody beat
you know,
Vanderbilt.
Hey, look, man. You know Sam Hart. They were supposed to be good this year. That's what you said. You said that out your own mouth last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sam
yeah,
Hart was
but
300
oh,
yards, man.
yeah,
300
yeah, he went 15,
four
27,
touchdowns.
300, yeah, yeah, 4 touchdowns. He
Three,
did it. He did the
300
same.
yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, man. You know what I'm saying?
But everybody pad their stats against Vandy.
Smart.
Vandy's smart.
Exactly.
Vandy's smart school, and that they're gonna lack in recruiting. They always gonna play hard the first couple. They just ain't never had the depth as the other teams of the SEC. They opened up they process like Notre Dame starting to do and loosen up your little process and requirement and
Mm.
I,
stuff, and you
I,
can
Yep.
get you some
I
players in there. You get you some good players in there. So like I said, but Wake Forest, I told you at the beginning, I like them better than I like North Carolina. But again,
yeah,
they play
Of
Vandy.
course.
If you want to brag, you brag. You got to beat the elite of the SEC. You can't go around beating Vandy on 45-25, thinking you done
Know
did
what you
something. Now,
beat a
yeah,
SEC team.
team, yeah, Harper put up 300 yards. Now, they wouldn't. But okay, we give them a cookie that they beat a SEC team.
Yeah. Some
Yeah,
crumbs.
yeah,
I
and
ain't
Hart
never a whole cookie.
Hartman with a 300
Matter of
yards.
fact, take the chocolate chips out the cookie and give them half the cookie.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, AJ Swain
Hey,
though for hold on, hey,
hey,
look,
it's
let's
kind of
talk. Hold
hot out
up.
here too, man. So I appreciate the shade though.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah. Okay, hey, but okay, but hold up.
I'm
Let's
gonna
hold
throw
up.
something back though. Hey, check it out though. But you said they trying to open up the recruitment process. Damn. I mean, they seen they scraping for talent, man. But did you see the girl kicker they got on their team, man?
Yeah. I'm
You know,
saying, but she qualified. You know that I say you got that Betty got that academic thing down there. But he changed out though.
That's
You know
yeah,
they
hard.
she ain't gonna
That's
it's
win
hard.
that,
telling.
man. You gotta come over here, man. To go to Wake Forest. Look at it. Check
But
it
but
out, E.
but but she can come kick for a
Mm.
lot of people. She can come kick for a lot of people though. You know what
He
I'm
can come
saying?
kick for me right now.
Hey, she can kick it other way. You still
That's
recruit her.
the
Just come
best
on
kick.
there.
That's the prettiest kick
Hey,
I ever seen. Let me tackle her.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
okay.
kicker, man.
Yeah, you don't care how
Hey,
many she
Yeah, I
missed.
tackle the kicker too.
Yeah, you don't care how many she
yeah,
missed.
I'm gonna kick it with
Gold
her.
flag on me.
Yeah, we
But but
teammates. I'm gonna kick it with her.
but AJ Swain went for eight. He went 8, 11, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns though. Don't wait. Don't wait.
146 yards. What
Yeah,
the hell is that, man?
And
man.
two touchdowns. Don't
Hey,
forget that now.
that kicker get more yards than that.
Yeah, she
God
was.
dang.
Yeah, she right. Yeah. That's it. Well, wait for it. So we got
Mm.
your little ACC win in there against the ACC. You died to get that in there.
Yeah,
You
he died to
died to
get that
get that
out
in there.
with that
But
core team he got.
yeah, but speaking of the
Ooh, ooh.
ACC, and the real players gonna come out the AC. Let's talk Florida
Hey,
State,
what about
huh?
the Jack? Are we gonna skip over Jackson State though? What about them?
Oh yeah, they
What?
ran through fam. Man, everybody using fam. You like almost like
If
for a dope man. That 59-3. But God, Sanders looked good.
sound like
29-33, 323 yards, 5 touchdowns. But no interceptions was the key thing to that too. No other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall went 12 for
there was
63.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said, man, my team was in a dog fight with a team that got blown out. You know what I'm saying? So damn.
Y'all
Yeah,
stay
y'all
in the
put
dog fight with them high school teams.
yeah, every time you look up, y'all in the dog fight. Y'all 60. I
Oh
looked
my
up, I
bad,
saw
did I say high school teams?
yeah, I looked up, baby. The score
I'm
was
sorry.
63-21 on Appalachian State last week. I thought I was looking at the basket. I thought
Yeah,
basketball
exactly.
had started. I thought basketball had
Exactly.
started. But yeah, Fam did good. Fam did the thing. Fam State did. Deion Sanders got, he building something down there. He got some good coaches down there for him. The defensive guy, go coordinator from guy from Georgia, went down there with him. He building something down there. Can't take that from old Coach Prime. Coach
Man,
Prime
Coach
got
Brown
something. Yeah,
not doing
Coach
that
Prime got
thing.
something building on there.
And
Anytime
he
he can
got
throw
the
for
people who want to play for him.
Anytime you can throw for 323 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interception, and get one of the top recruits in the nation to come down there, you know what I'm saying? He ain't playing
Yep.
quarterback because it's his son. He ain't playing quarterback because that's his son. He playing quarterback because he can quarterback. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
Yep.
Sanders get hats off the Sanders in this big game against FAMU 59-3. And that game was also played at Miami. That was played that game in Miami. Yep, when they
So
played
his
in Terrence
nose
down
packed.
there, so it was that. They done well. The Sanders, he been slowly building something down there. Hope he sooner or later they offered a big job, and I hope before he take it, he had it. I'm not quite sure he will. He will have that program stable and what I'm saying with a new beginning. You know what I'm saying, have them off and running, and they can just take it and build on it because he keep building what he building down there. Somebody gonna fool around. They gonna give him an offer he can't refuse. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
if somebody give him an offer, I mean, it's probably a lot of folks might give him an offer, but I think the offer that he might take, if take it any offer to be took would be the Florida State.
Yeah, oh yeah, for Florida State, but yeah, but I don't see how you gonna get it. Cause speaking of Florida State again, that Florida State LSU game, man, was one a game. It was a game of all games. That was a game, man. That was a game. That but just quarterbacks dueled it out. But Travis went 32, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. He ain't no put no interception. So he did it for Florida. He did his thing. But hey, Daniels wasn't no scrub either in the LSU game. 26, 35, 209. He had 2 touchdowns with no interception. Neither one of these guys turned the ball over. Both of them played well. You could see the talent in both of them. But man, that was a game. The difference was a game they kept making, but the turnover volume was the LSU special teams turned the ball over twice on the kickoff. Man, that you can't have that. But that
Nah,
game
you
was a
can't
rubber
do
match.
that.
That game
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
rubber match back and forth. But can't have that, man. Special teams.
Okay.
Nah, you can't
Yeah.
have that.
Daniel
No,
Daniels came from Arizona State, I think. He transferred out of Arizona.
he trained, but the transfer, yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Yeah, he did. He did his thing. Now it wasn't on him. I'm saying he did. He all he could. Like I said, the turnovers the game, but then he got bailed out by another bad play caller from Florida State. You pitch the ball down on your own goal line, and that's according to the rule. You don't pitch the ball on your goal line. You fumble the ball and turn it right back over. LSU what march was 98 yards to go down there, and then they score a touchdown. Then the field goal to tie the overtime. That's when I had is every to each his own. But I felt like when you had the defense already on the ropes, it was an emotional roller coaster ride the whole game. You got them where you want them. Your field goal already been blocked once. I would have went for two. That just you know what I'm saying. That's me a fan. Look on this end. Should have went for two. I think after you already had a field goal block, you got them backpedaling. You done drove 98 yards. They tired. Fans going crazy. That game was played in New Orleans, by the way, not in Death Valley. They going bananas. And it came back. I would have went for two. That's just what I'm saying. But it's easy to say that after you missed the field goal, but you already had one field goal missed. So I'd have went for two. And Butte didn't show up at all. That's the top receiver, supposed to be the number one top receiver coming off the board this year. They didn't get in the ball. They didn't get enough touches. They didn't get him. It should got him some end around plays, a jet sweep or something. They didn't get Butte. Didn't show up at all, man. They didn't get that. He was like he was, but to his own fault though. It looked like he was disinterested some of the game, most of the game. One running the routes, one blocking. So it's probably some of his fault too. But man, that was a big game for him not to step up. And that's you know what I'm saying. All eyes on him. They supposed the coaches should have taught the way to get in the ball, and he should have taught the
Oh,
way to fight. Because speaking of Les Miles would have went for two. You know what I'm saying? If man, Les Miles, the man had him, would have went for two. You know what I'm saying? He would have went for two
and
down
you
there
know
during
it.
that time. That game, that's special teams, but you can't turn the ball over twice. And it just but both quarterbacks I like the way both of them play. But like I said, man, Florida State, the difference between this year and last year is gonna be the difference. They know how to close out games and they got a little bit more discipline now. That's why I told you last year they was in a bunch of fights. They was in the
Yes,
game,
they
but
was.
they just didn't know how to close out games and they let a lot of games get away from them. But I like the FSU team. I like them in the spring. I like what they've been on. I just said that what I said Arkansas, FSU, two teams I've been saying you better keep an eye on. But for LSU, man, you took a loss at the SEC like that. But the sweet thing about being in the SEC, one loss don't kill you, but you got to run the table.
Hold on. Was that a SEC team getting beat by ACC team again?
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah,
Y'all
but FSU is like I
alert.
said, yeah, FSU is the team though. Like I said, they actually got a team, but that's the only
Nah, I
thing
know
in
they
the
won. They
AC.
ain't had no team in for years.
I said they got a team now. I'm like, oh yeah, they've been getting beat up on for last year, but this year, like I said, it's one of my sleeper team. They gotta keep an eye on. But like I said, the beauty about being in the SEC, you can lose a game early. You just got to run the table. You got to run the table. Just say because they are one loss SEC team is not going to get left out of nothing. But you know what I'm saying, like
Nope.
ACC and all of them, they lose a game, they season over.
Yeah,
They be
yeah. They
playing.
play a bunch of garbage teams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, oh
yeah.
yeah.
Chopper Gut, you right, man. He said Sanders will prove HBCU can compete with the best.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
He
say
got
especially when he get the trenches right. Those
Yeah.
big
Oh,
men.
that
Yeah,
tell Chopper he
yeah,
absolutely he absolutely Chopper is absolutely 1,000% correct. That's where you want to get at. You got to get that beef on that offense and that
yep,
defensive line.
yep,
That's where you're going to be the difference because you gonna need somebody out there to put a bite on somebody like Will Anderson. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
People like that. You can't have them, you know what I'm saying, the tight end
That's the
style
only
back.
thing though. That's it's gonna be kind of more difficult for HBCU to get those type of caliber players because you got a big player that's fast and doing the job so good. The big schools, powerhouse schools, are gonna be after him. But I believe that if anybody could lure one on to a HBCU, it's Sanders,
See,
Dion, baby.
I agree and disagree. Because it's not in the future the way the college football is trending now. It's not gonna be as difficult as it used to be because you got the NIL deals now.
The
So if
NIL
that player
deals.
Yeah,
already top, if that player already the top dog like he pulled the other guy, and he gonna get the money anyway, and he know he good, he's gonna still get that first round, second round draft choice pick anyway and he can be a help be build up a HBCU. He don't have nothing, you know what I'm saying, nothing to lose in all the game. Go there and help us out. And also too, now that they approved the 12-team playoff system, that dwindled even down even further because now they don't have to choose the top teams like Alabama, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Ohio trying to get those teams to be always on TV or try to make it to the championship game, the bowl game. Now it's going to a 12-team championship. It's going to pan out even more. The talent
yeah.
finna
When
pan out
when
even
they
more
gonna enact that 12 team playoff system?
in 20 it's found out for 26, but they said if they can work all the details out before 26, it'll start in 24. But the start date
Okay,
is listed as 26, but it could start
okay.
before then, but no later than the 26. 26, if they don't have about they're gonna start on 26. But I'm saying if they say they can get all the detail worked out, because right now they're working on they're gonna have the first two top teams with a bye week, and now everything else they trying to work out the bowls, how the bowls gonna work in with the bye and the playoff system like that. Because like right now it's like I think the semifinals is in Georgia, and then I think the championship this year is in Indianapolis, if I'm not mistaken. So that's all that's got to be worked out and planned out for the future, like how they're gonna work the bowls in the championship, and then who gonna end up this year for the championship bowl game. Then they're gonna have to rotate that thing around where everybody eat. You know what I'm saying? So
So let's
everybody,
ask
so
you this. Let me ask you
Hey,
this: Does Indiana and Indianapolis have a dome?
yeah, that's the pro stadium.
Okay, so they have a dome.
hey,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, but just to add on what you were saying, Murdoch, I mean, it can happen because it's happening already. Alabama linebacker transferring to Jackson State. You know, his name is I can't pronounce the African name, Mawakuda. I think so, Mawakuda. I can't pronounce the number 30 though. He transferring down to Jackson State, so it's
yeah. That's
happening,
it's,
baby.
it's yeah. It's gonna start. Yeah, it's gonna be a stepping stone, a building stone to get to that point over the years. Because the bigger you get, the bigger the NIL get. You already top, especially when they looking at that board on the college pro. You know what I'm saying, list of prop. You know what I'm saying, position players, and you already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, in the top 25, 30 for your name already out there now with this social media, everything now. And bam, bam, you don't need to why pick Georgia, and you're gonna get the same the deal anyway. You know what I'm saying? You can
All
then a
right.
lot of people can
Or sit behind somebody, right? You might end up sitting
sit
behind
behind
somebody.
somebody, yeah, because
Yep.
that's one thing. That's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing about Alabama and Georgia. The depth chart is so deep. You get lost in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now you gonna transfer, you get lost because Alabama gonna be loaded with talent all the way because you got a lot of talent in Alabama, you got a lot of talent in Florida, Georgia, around the areas until everybody's gonna eat. But now that thing is panning out, and when they go to that 12-team playoff, the players that used to lead could lead home. Okay, that team that been consistently number 7, 6, 7 all the time, they can stay home. You know what I'm saying? I can stay
Yeah.
home because still get in the playoff. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking about 12 teams. They're gonna fit it in Notre Dame. They always end up number 8, 9. They're gonna be in that way, get blowed out.
That.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, he gonna be yeah. He gonna pop. He popping. He gonna be popping. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's only gonna be up for Jackson State and the HBCUs because they're gonna start going. Because what they're gonna do too for other HBCU schools, they gonna see what Deion Sanders doing in building. They gonna start getting them coaches like that with a marquee name that's our color they can get in there and do the same crew. You go, they be looking at people like that
Yeah,
now. You know what I'm saying?
they actually been doing
Yeah,
that
they
for the
want to be.
past 2 years, with the was the running back for the Oilers? Well, not the Oilers. I'm sorry, the Tennessee Titans. You know, he coached HBCU up there.
Uh-huh. And the
They
George.
got two.
George, yeah,
Yeah,
George,
George.
yeah.
They got two NFL ex coaches out there in Texas that coach HBCUs.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm.
but they,
That's it.
guys just want to win, man. At the end of the day, they want to win, and on top of that, the facilities is really what a lot of guys be making their decisions on. Also, believe it or not, I was watching some videos on guys saying the training facilities.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, cause yeah. You see that? Man, you see that facility? Florida built. They should show that Florida new facility, and Texas and them was down at College Station. They had that. There's some colleges down there. We got some nice, but see that what hurt. That what hurt UAB for years because the facilities were so bad. They had to shut down one time and everything because they going to suspend the football program. They did cut it off. People that did it, you know what I'm saying? That's what hurt UAB. Their facilities is not up to par. They got to get it, but they gonna have to start playing more schools. Like that's why teams like Bama and Auburn and all the people that constantly reach out to them. I know they're gonna get boat race, but look, they can get that money to put a bill into their facility. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Get that money. Still go and talk to the people. Still Alabama playing Louisiana Monroe and these West Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Get you some HB. Get on that schedule HBCU. Get them, tell them get it out. You get that money. Get them couple of million whatever they pay to get boat race. But you got to build. You got to start somewhere. You got to
Yeah, I
build. It take a
seen
build.
Sanford playing today, and that's another team. I think Sanford is out of Alabama, right?
I don't know what's Sanford. That I don't know. That's good.
Yeah,
What they
I think
producer Dave, the producer Dave, Super Dave. Look into that. See what Sanford that. Is
yeah, I
one of
think they're
listed
from
what
Alabama or
is one of listed
Tennessee, but
chopper.
I'm gonna say Alabama
See the chopper know where that's at
in
because I'm
Mississippi.
not. I don't know. Chopper, you listening? What is Sanford? They might know. I'm not going. I'm not
You
finna.
talking about Sanford playing Georgia?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are
yeah.
from either Alabama or Mississippi, but I'm gonna say Alabama.
Yeah, let me check and see where they from. They from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, yeah,
from
okay.
Birmingham.
Yeah, see, yeah, that's good. Get a bit stack up that money. Stack it, get the facility. But UAB, I know they needed it bad. They needed it real bad. They needed it
Yeah,
bad, bad.
but I don't think I ever really seen Bama play anybody out of Alabama besides Auburn.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't see. I can't. I'm not gonna throw Alabama up under the bus because I don't know the particular of the intake. Maybe Bama probably have reached out to them, or they had reached out to Bama on the HBCUs to play Bama to get that money. You know what I'm saying? Baby, they just don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? The physicality of a Alabama team, because Alabama always gonna be big up front. You know what I'm saying? That's just big. So I don't know the details, so I'm not gonna spit on that. But I would like for to the HBCUs to reach out to teams like Alabama, or I know Auburn. Auburn might not want to play on UAB and them teams like that no more. 'Cause every time you play them, they in a dog fight. They be about to get beat. So I take Auburn off the table. I think Auburn might not. I
Oh
get I
Lord.
get Auburn I get Auburn a pass because they might not want to play Jackson State, UAB, nobody else, anything with an HBCU in it. Cause last time I looked
Well,
up
we
on
we
TV,
win.
but last time I looked up on TV, y'all was in an overtime match with it. So y'all might don't you put them on there. I'm talking about teams like Alabama, Florida. I'm talking about real teams. You know what I'm saying? Probably gonna get on some money, and they ain't got to
Oh
worry about losing. Ain't got to worry about losing.
Lord.
See, Auburn
Oh
might.
Lord.
You might look up there Auburn playing UAB in at halftime. The score, you know what I'm saying, 14-14. So you know what I'm saying. You might not want Auburn to put no
Yeah.
help. Auburn might not want to help no HBCU school
You
out.
should
You
you
know what
should
I'm saying?
let that CBD you've been rubbing on your arms for your joints ain't got no THC in it because you kind of
I'm
sound
just
like
saying.
you.
I'm just speaking what I just saw. I looked up at the TV one time. They playing. That when that UAB tried to beat them. They went in overtime and everything. Double overtime. Yeah, that was
That was
UAB. Huh?
that was Georgia. That was Georgia Southern, and that was like 3 years ago, brother.
Georgia. So that's the same. The Nick. That's just like that's HBCU, ain't
Mm,
it? Yeah, but yeah. So keep Auburn away from that. You know what I'm saying? The
Well,
SEC
well,
we
hey,
can't stand no more losses right now because Missouri lost. Missouri lost to Kansas State 40-12. That's three teams in the SEC that went down to these teams that SEC don't supposed to be losing to. They lost it. You know what I'm saying? So Missouri went down. They went
Georgia
down.
Southern.
That was Georgia Southern.
I said, who is in the shootout with Georgia Southern today, right now, or earlier that Georgia
Oh yeah.
Southern were playing North Carolina? I was,
Yeah, North Carolina, yeah, North Carolina pulled it out though. They did, but North Carolina did cover though. They covered for me on my other sheet though. I gotta wait till the other two games in. I might have me a five pick one of they covered the 7 point. They covered the seven though. They were 35-28. They covered the seven. So I give them kudos for that. I guess I give them some type of. I guess I don't even know what to look. But I know this. They showed me two things. North Carolina, like Oklahoma State, the teams like that. The best to bet on
so
the over because they're gonna give up a lot of points. Both of them. They're gonna score a lot, they're gonna score a lot, and they're gonna give up a lot.
I,
Every time they score, they're gonna get past the other team the ball, let them go down there and score. So that's so that hey, he follow people out that list. If you got North Carolina, if you a betting, you been some I'm saying some Coke Zeros on the game. You know what I'm saying? Just bet North Carolina always on the over. Oklahoma State teams like that, just bet the over because they gonna score and then they gonna pass the other team the ball, let them go down there and score every time. So keep that in mind. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's another team that lost. Missouri, that all them man, they can't. That but Missouri, man, they since they joined the SEC, they started off good. They went to a couple, then the real SEC team showed up and they ain't been the same no more since. Martinez
that
for K State though went 9-20,
faith,
101 yards, no touchdown, no interception. 24 carries, run with 24 carries, 145 yards, two touchdowns. But hey, that's man, Missouri they got some work to do down there. They might want to look into a new coach. So that's another SEC team fail. That's three SEC teams fail. The last one's in. That's what got to
yeah,
get together.
how long was the bottom barrier? And LSU right now, it's bottom of the barrel. It's trying to rebuild. So they still gave Florida State hell, bad coaching decisions and no special teams. LSU could have beat Florida State.
Yeah, nah, yeah, the bad coaching season too, and then don't turn over. But like I said, Florida State, man, defense came. The boy came to play, came to play. Matter of fact, speaking of transfer, that guy came. They found that guy, the little school. I forgot his name. The defense guy. I don't even want to jack his name. What played? He played him that good. But yeah, Florida, but LSU had a lot of stories. Like I said, the two special team turnover, and also too, you forget about the guy, the freak accident. I can't think his name. The leader of the defense jumped up celebrating and hurt it messed his knee up. I can't think of this cat name. What's his name? I can't think of his name. I hate when my brain freeze up. But went out on the first play, jumping up and down, celebrating. He went out. Then he got the other guy had the late hit, helmet frustration, late hit on Travis, got kicked out the game. Butte didn't show up, and the offensive coordinator didn't do nothing to get him no touches. And he looked disinterested, and he wasn't in the game. His mind wasn't in the game, and Butte didn't show up. So there's a lot of stuff went wrong for LSU. But like I said, it was an emotional roller coaster game. But when you get down on the goal line, after you drove down 98 yards, scored a touchdown, you got the Mercedes being down rocking. You got to me, and you already had a blocked field goal, and you got field goal blocked early in the game. You got to, I mean, just me go, I'd have went for two. Les Miles, man, hell, he would have went for two. You know, because you got them backpedaling. They tied their hand on the hip and drove them down their throat for 98 yards. You kicked, you know what I'm saying, that you scored a touchdown. Crowd going bananas, rocking. You got them backpedaling. Go for two.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things that went on, you know what I'm saying, that could have went on, you know what I'm saying, the game. But nevertheless, Florida State found a way to win it and get it on out of there. Florida State good. But what about Florida State? They ain't the Florida Gators. Cause I want the Gators
Well,
to talk
Florida
about
Gators
these
gonna
Gators.
try it today.
Yeah, Florida Gators got Kentucky tonight, but I like what I seen in Florida offense, but I do not like what I seen in their defense. Man, man, the returning starters, Cox Jr., man, Miller, Dean, man, Florida defense supposed been playing lights out, man. Them guys, they pretty. Utah, I understand Utah number 17 in the country, but they did pretty much. They Florida, they just like seem like they don't know how to tackle. It was frustrating me to look at it. Now they finally made a couple plays at the end, the interceptions, the seal of the game. They made a few plays and they had to, but for the overall performance of that defense, to have 4, 5 return starters, man, they got that defense got to play better. But the quarterback, man, AR-15, I can't help. I know he changed, but I can't help calling AR-15 because the boy deadly. The boy deadly, man. That boy is a show. That boy got that guy something. That guy special, man. Then we got some running right, and them boy junior. That offense is very nice. And I was mistaken. I thought it was gonna be the defense told Florida, and the offense was gonna just make plays when they could. But from what I seen from the first game, it looked like the offense is gonna be carrying the team, and the defense going to make plays, hoping when they need to. You know what I'm saying? Because that defense is very disappointing because they had a lot of missed tackles and a lot of plays. Them guys just lined up and just ran it right down off tackle, man, right down the throat. It reminded me of the LSU game last year. They kept running the same play on Florida and boys, and they got it. The next game after that, got everybody, all the coaching staff, everybody fired because they couldn't tackle. But man, they defense, man, got to tighten up. But they're gonna see is it fixed tonight. It's about to kick off at 7 o'clock. Another under the hour. Tonight gonna see what they made of. Number 20, Kentucky coming to town, and they didn't shot Florida up the ranks from not being ranked to number 12 in the country. Now that part I don't like because now you give them too much credit already. I like them flying under the radar. I don't like them way up there. I like them stay in the middle of the pack down and just keep winning and hope we end up in the SEC championship game. But
Yeah, no. Last year Kentucky got on them though, right?
yeah, last Kentucky. I think if I ain't mistaken, last
Hmm.
Kentucky done got the last 2 years. So we owe them some payback, and this should be the team to get them some payback. Hopefully, like I said, but that defense don't start stopping nobody when they supposed to. They stop them, but after they drove all the way down the field, you know what I'm saying? You tired now. So if your offense can't even afford to go three and that, because they go three and that, now you gotta go right back out there to get, you know what I'm saying, drove down the field like a tractor.
And
Then
hold on. They in Kentucky or they in Florida this year?
they coming down to the swamp. And we ain't gonna play with the back to
Come
back
down to
games
the
in the swamp.
swamp.
Back to back games in the swamp. And I do like from my
Hmm.
understanding though, Florida asked for that Utah. Utah was coming himself. So I get Coach Napier wanted to see where he was at. But he's a top recruiter. He was top recruiter for Jimbo. Saban, he's already known for a recruiter. He supposed to be like Saban. No, he a good recruiter. So that's what he got. So he got to get him trying to get his players in there. But you can tell it's a different regime down there because he went for it on fourth
Yeah.
down. So I like what he got cooking down there. But that defense, like I said, man, got to do better. So I'm hoping to see them
Now
tonight.
you know Texas coach, he the one recruited Bryce Young.
Yeah, Starkeezy. He the one that gave. So yeah, he said much respect for Saban. He said that when I looked at the game, he said he really wanted to put a good showing out there for Saban. Let Saban, be proud of him that for what he put the product that he put on the field down there in Texas. Well, I like
Oh,
that.
he did today.
Yeah, I like that. I like when coaches, get other coaches out. Yeah, Saban put him back on his feet. He said, he was down in that. Saban put him back in the game, and now he got a head coaching job. He looking not, looking like he building something
Looking
down there.
good down there, man.
Looking like he doing,
Looking damn good
and,
down
and,
there.
and coach, yeah, looking real good. Coach make a key like Brian Kelly at LSU. I told him when they got Brian Kelly, LSU was gonna be the new Notre Dame. They're gonna be the new Notre Dame. A bunch of hype and get down there and lose close game. They'll be heartbroken. Cause Brian Kelly, he during the game a lot of times looked like he was lost. You know what I'm saying? So he still Brian Kelly. But I like Florida, man. I'm
Mhm.
hoping. I'm hoping that tonight, if they can show me that defense, change up that defense, and really make some stop, and they can put together a solid game and put the hammer on Kentucky solidly, then I can get started moving, get my hopes up a little bit. Because I like the running backs. I like what we got in right. I like what we got in
Yeah.
Bud Junior. I like them. I like that. I like I think Spencer with them run the I like what we got. But that defense, I had all the when I seen them during the spring game. I seen Dean back, Cox Jr., Miller. I said, man, we gonna make some noise, man. Them boys can't. Man, no, they need
Y'all,
to
y'all
tackle.
like y'all like the empty wagon now. Empty wagon will make a lot of noise.
That's what I'm saying. But the guy gonna tell it was last week just a
Yeah.
hype. Last week was just hype, and you just had to make one play more than them, or you putting together real something. Because they can beat Kentucky soundly. I can work. I can be like, okay, now we working with something. Cause what I seen that they can't get on the field with Georgia with that defense. what they showed me last weekend. I know, like I said, I give Utah all the credit. They number 7 team in the country, and they play ball, and Utah had a line. Them boy had a real offensive line. They had them big like Nebraska used to have back in the early '90s. Utah had an offensive line. Them boy
That
me.
was the 5th year seniors they used to have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But them boys stay, but them boys were cornbread fed for real, them cornfield down there in Nebraska. But that's what Utah reminded me that it reminded me of them boys in Nebraska. They had a front line, the boy was pushing Florida. That I gotta give Utah credit on that. But Florida still, when the ball's in the open field and get loose, man, the Florida still was still arm tackling, man. And so
Yep,
I'm
I
anxious to
remember
see
that.
I'm anxious to see what they're gonna do tonight for a defense. But but AR-15 though, man, that dude is a problem. That dude a problem. That boy bad. He bad.
You
Now
still
he
calling AR-15, huh?
yeah, man. I know the man changed, but I can't help it, man, because the man is dangerous, man. I know he changed his name. I won't call him that to his face, but the me right now, I won't call I won't call him that to his face. But the man is deadly, man. So I'm anxious to see what Florida gonna do, what they gonna do tonight, though. I'm looking forward to it. Really looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
it's Eastern time where they start at 7 or 7:30.
No, I started 7 o'clock. I think. Well, I
Okay,
think
we
it's
got
seven.
we got we down to minutes then for about 40 some minutes.
Yeah. We didn't do it, man. So that's the cap. But to cap off another little thing though, Memphis 23, Navy 13. So that's to run through some scores just real quick, man. To get enlightened, man. So Maryland 49, Charlotte 14, Princeton 35-12 over Foreman. Tennessee, I told I like man. Tennessee play hard. They 24-17 over Pitt. And didn't what that guy came from? That wasn't what's name. That was dang. Appalachian State 14-14. But again, Texas. I thought Texas A&M were going. I didn't think Appalachian State was going to use score. I thought Texas A&M were going to just walk through them boys, man. But Appalachian State really for real. Them boys play hard. Them
I
fourteen
told you that
fourteen. It's
last
fourteen
week.
fourteen. It's 14-14 in the fourth.
Man,
Yeah,
we
that's
try to
that's
I
that's
tell
that's
you,
told
we
very
try to
that's
tell
very
you,
I
Murdoch.
interesting.
told you that
I hope with
last
Texas
week.
A&M.
I
We,
told you that last week. The Appalachian State, for some reason, they always would jump up and beat a good team. You remember when they beat who
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that? They beat
Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan,
You
yeah,
remember
yeah, that's a
that?
long time ago though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Washington State and Wisconsin, 17-14. That's about that game going about right. Cause I just told you Wisconsin will hold the ball forever. Both of them 1-0,
Mm-hmm.
so it's end of the third. So that's gonna be a low scoring game. That's 49. I would stay with the under on that. I stayed away from that game though. Air Force 2017 over Colorado. Colorado might need to go on off of Western. I know they often wanted, but down the job with the Eric Bieniemy, they need to might want to give him a contract like Texas A&M gave Jimbo Fisher and get Eric Bieniemy down there, get him from Kansas City, calling them play because they need him down there to go back to the Baltimore and be the head coach because
No, I
they
definitely
struggle.
say
They
take him
lost.
back to the alma mater.
They down. They ain't won a game. And they Air Force finna beat about to beat them. So they ain't. You know what I'm saying? Cincinnati trying to bounce back 49-3. They beat a Kennesaw State. They beat old Georgia team. Kennesaw State. They gonna guess they getting trying to get back warmed up. Memphis 23-13 over Navy. That's going about right. Navy was a plus 4.5. So that's going about right. I got that on the spread. And North
Mm-hmm.
Carolina AT&T. Maybe North Carolina AT&T might need to play each other battle. North
Yeah,
Carolina. They playing North
that's what
Dakota.
they need to do.
Dude, yeah, they
That's what
playing
they
North
need to
Dakota
do
State.
because the Tar Heels and that NC State, they think they all basketball on the football field.
Oh, Georgia put work on that Sanford Birmingham Alabama team. We just discussed Sanford. They beat up Georgia by 30 on them. They favored by 53 the third quarter. That's gonna be
Damn.
that's gonna be
hey,
interesting now. Michigan
hey,
State
thanks
gonna
for
get
Like
that
their
I
first
said,
reminder,
loss
man.
on
Because he
24.
was starting to get a little
So
hope
yeah,
there, man.
that's
I
gonna
don't know
be
why.
Iowa State and
well, I'm
Iowa. Oh,
gonna
they
tell you
playing that
like
game.
this.
They playing that game early. Well, I guess they probably played it early last year. But I thought Iowa State and Iowa played late in the season, like we're doing rivalry week. That
Nah,
game.
Iowa State play golly, who they play during rivalry week? They play somebody else during rivalry
Arizona
week.
State, somebody. I don't
No,
know, but you.
I think it's the Indiana.
Oh, okay. Well, here go your
I
sleeper
can't really
team.
remember.
Here go your sleeper team in another dog fight. Houston. They said they 10 Texas Tech beating up 17-10. How you talking about some Houston? You been that was your sleeper. They in a dog fight every time I look up. They was a dog fight last week against the Road Runner. They in a fight now against Texas Tech, another unranked team. 17
Hold
10 in
on
the
now,
third.
Texas Tech ain't just no bad team now.
They ain't ranked.
Oh,
Don't you talking about the
whoa,
Road
we
Runners
using the
wasn't ranked either.
rankings. We're
Yeah,
using the
you just you hold
rankings
up, hold
now.
up. You what's good? Hey, no, yeah. What's good for the Gamblers? You just used the ranking against Alabama with Texas, did he? Day? You just
Yeah, hey,
used
I could have told you
Texas was
they
ranked
was gonna be an
against
Hey,
upset.
Alabama. Now Houston playing the unranked Texas Tech. Now all of a sudden the rankings don't matter. But okay, but
I
they
ain't
did
saying
it.
it didn't matter, but it's so funny when I said you come back and try to use it on me.
I'm just saying though. You the one. I just
Hey,
said they unranked. They your team Houston. Yeah, in a dog fight there for the first 2 weeks. They're in a dog fight.
hey,
West
Uh,
Murdoch,
Virginia, I don't
hey,
know
didn't
what
I
West
tell you
Virginia.
that
They 7-0 Kansas. Kansas, that's sorrow on sorrow. Over none of that game 62, and it's 7-0 now
hey
already. The first
Murdoch,
quarter just
with
started,
that
so that
Texas
that
Tech
game that
game?
game gonna go over the 60 mark. So I
Hey,
think that's something new. And we said went over the cap already. North Carolina went 38-28 over Georgia State. They covered the 7. So
that's
and
unfortunate.
Miami beat Southern Miss 30-7. They covered the 27 and a half. I had them
well,
too, so that's good.
that's that game, Miami.
Yeah. Ohio State put the work in on Arkansas State 45-12. They did their thing. So
Yeah,
that's good. That I guess for all to get they offense back rolling. I guess
I'm gonna
I
say
think
this. I'm gonna say this before you for the show in that
hold up. Can you hold that right there? What I'm telling you about CJ Stroud, 16,
yeah,
24, 351 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interception. So CJ Stroud making a put. He got his name in the hat this time for the Heisman also too. He was in New York last year. Now what you were saying?
I'm gonna say this that I believe Auburn second string quarterback. I believe that he might take over that team before the end of the year. Over Finley.
TJ Finley.
Yeah, I think he's
Man,
gonna
Okay.
how
take
do we know?
over
How
Finley.
do we know?
Who they got this week?
Uh,
Another
who he play?
cupcake.
Yeah, it's a cupcake. I think it's
Hey, playing
San
San
Jose
Jose
State.
State.
Yeah, San Jose State. But see, this the thing. When they did the quarterback rankings of the last game against Mercer, Finley had a quarterback rankings of 49. That Stromberg was his name.
Terrible.
Stromberg. He had a quarterback ranking of 97.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Quarterback rating, man.
The
Well, yeah, that's
97
bad
against
for you.
49.
For your star quarterback too. That's crazy. Oh,
Yeah,
Oklahoma kick
and,
off at
and
7-2 gets. Yeah, yeah, that's bad though. I was just gonna say Oklahoma number 17, the Cousins kick off against Kent State at 7-2. The over and under in that game is 72 and a half. So they expecting
mm,
a lot of scoring in
a
that game.
blowout.
Ole Miss 22 number no 22 Ole Miss gonna take on Arkansas, Central Arkansas. That over and under 61. They playing in Ole Miss. So just throwing out there for the over and under guys who bet the over and under. And Troy for the
Yeah.
HBCUs. We talk about the HBCUs. Troy and Alabama A&M kick off at 7. That's gonna be a nice little battle there. They playing at Troy too. Man, so seen about that the
I remember
HBCU.
Troy used to be good with old Kevin Simmons out that old Viger
Yeah,
product that took them boys with two championships out there.
yeah. I think he took them to 2. Yeah, he had a couple of people from Biden came down there from out of Alabama. Them and then on Grip no went down to
Hmm.
Grip, Big Thomas Griffin, all them back over and went down. All them went down to Grambling and Jim Graham. That boy, he played for Grambling too. Speaking of Grambling, they played Northwestern State. They kick off at 7-2. They plus 9.5. They thinking Northwestern Northwestern State gonna beat them. But yeah, Jim Graham played down there for Graham, played running back down there.
What about that
Yeah, yeah.
Michigan game, man? Coming up, man. Your boy Chopper Gut said JJ McCarthy going, he gonna stand out. JJ McCarthy and McNair, McNair, McNamara, yeah, McNamara and JJ McCarthy. He said it's gonna be
Man,
a shootout. Well, I mean they're gonna rack up the passing yards.
yeah, they playing Hawaii, and so they should be. Yeah, they playing then, and up to Michigan credit, Michigan actually looked better. The offense looked better than Ohio State for real. From what I seen from last week, from what I seen with
Yeah.
Ohio State in the Notre Dame game, and we're seeing Michigan. With Michigan, I know Michigan played Colorado State, but I'm just saying the way the offense was fine clicking on all
I
cylinders.
told you. I'm telling y'all, like I said earlier, I think Michigan gonna get Ohio State this year.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
got him last year, but that ain't no one be up. But Michigan also Harbaugh also playing two. He playing 2 3 quarter man. He playing 2 quarter. When they get out. Man, they playing. He playing. Yeah, he gonna. I ain't mad at Michigan. Michigan right now, the number 4 ranking that they got is right now. I don't have no problem with it. Them playing on, you know what I'm saying, from what they working with. But they gonna get on down. But they should handle Hawaii, and then they should really blow out Connecticut because everybody boat race in Connecticut. But they're gonna start to get a
Yeah.
little stiffer. You'll see what they're working with when they go with Maryland, Iowa, then they get on Penn State, Michigan, Michigan State. Then you're gonna start seeing what they truly working with. They're the
Yeah.
boat race Nebraska. Like I said, if Scott Frost still have his job by then, that's down in November 12th. Scott Frost should be fired by then if he loses another game because they've been there. But I'm afraid I'm keeping an eye on that because I had to watch things like that because Charlie Strong and the rest of them boys, Love Smith, they don't get them. They don't get them that minute. They don't give them that
man,
long
Lovey
like
Smith
that.
don't deserve no damn chance, man. He garbage, man.
They
He done
should have
fell off
took
Yeah,
the track.
Norvell instead of Frost.
But I agree with Charlie. Maybe Charlie Strong deserve another chance. You
Charlie
know what
Strong.
I'm
Yeah, Charlie Strong. They're
saying?
different. But but yeah, but you see what what's the name went down at with Arizona State. Herm Edwards. I
Yeah,
he can get him a job somewhere. But I'm saying Scott Frost, that man got a losing record for the last few since he been there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see
yeah,
what is you already lost the season opener. You're struggling with everything. Now I don't know if he about to still have his job November 12th, but after Michigan boat races, he should be fired right out. If he still got it, he should be fired right after that game. But as always, we know the burn barn is gonna be Michigan, Ohio State to cap off the year. Doing
yeah.
rivalry, that's gonna be the tail of our tail. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm with you on that. I believe Ohio State. I believe in C.J. Stroud. I like C.J. Stroud. I like him here. He going his name in the hat for the Heisman also. But Bryce Young put on a performance today, until C.J. Stroud gonna have to really put it on, man, to get that thing. Cause Bryce Young single handedly won that game. Texas supposed to beat Bama. Okay,
Chat.
yeah, man. That's hey, but man, a great show, man. See y'all next week. Sign with Super Dave, man. Good thing, man. Good work.
Right on.
Spectacular Big E. Everything good. Man, we same time next week. Man, we're gonna be right back at it for the College Tailgate Show. Much love, and as always, go Gators.
Always love, man. Tar Heels still in the fight. Auburn Tigers, sad to say, but they still in it. Them little ankle biters, they in it. You know what I mean? And shout out to Chopper Cut and your Michigan team and Jacob Talley, man. Uh, so we're gonna be out of here, man. If you haven't by now, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe button, and we'll see y'all again this time next week. Salute.
Salute.